بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عن أنس رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الله لا يرضى عن العبد أن يأكل الأكل فيحمده عليها أو يشرب الشربة فيحمده عليها رواه Muslim. Hazrat Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is reported to have said that verily Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala becomes happy, Allah becomes pleased with a servant when he eats a morsel of food and he praises Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala upon it, or he drinks a sip of water and he praises Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala upon it. This makes Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala very, very happy that every moment of our life we make the shukr of Allah. Our Shaykh many a time he would say that a person, he ate nice and comfortably, good food Allah ta'ala gave him, and he ate the food. After eating the food, he puts his hand on his stomach and he says Alhamdulillah. He says this is what makes Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala very happy, that we made shukr to Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala at that instant. Haji Imdadullah Saheb Muhajir Makki rahmatullah alayhi, he used to tell Maulana Ashraf Ali Saheb Thanvi rahmatullah alayhi, he said, Miya Ashraf Ali, thanda pani piya karo, drink cold water. Why? When a person on a hot day, he drinks that cold water, a person, he kept roza from the morning, and it's the months of summer. At the time of iftari, he's not worried about the food, but he wants cold water. When that cold water now goes down the throat and quenches his thirst, then from the bottom of his heart that shukr comes out, Alhamdulillah. So this is what is very, very beloved to Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Now in the Fajr Salah, Alif Lam Mim Sajda was recited. In Alif Lam Mim Sajda, Allah Ta'ala says, وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gave you ears with which you hear. وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ. Allah gave you eyes. وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ. Your hearts Allah Ta'ala gave you. But Allah is complaining in the surah, قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ. Very little you make shukr to Allah. When last did we actually say, Allah, you gave me these eyes, you gave me ears, perfectly I'm hearing. All the organs of my body, perfectly they working. I'm walking every day. I'm holding. Everything is perfect in my body. Make shukr to Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. One person, he was in hospital and he couldn't move. He was lying in ICU, and one alim, he went to see him. When he went to the hospital to visit him, the son, he ran to the alim and he said, today, mashallah, my father, he moved his hand, or he took something and he ate something. Every day we are moving our hands. Every day we are eating. But the shukr, does it really come out of our heart? So here Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, Allah becomes very, very happy. When you take one morsel, you make shukr. Allahumma lakal hamdu wa lakal shukr. You take a sip of water, you praise Allah Ta'ala upon that. You make shukr for the water. After drinking that water, you read the masnoon dua. That is actually in gratitude to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. It is mentioned, At-ta'imu shakir, mislu sa'im sabir. A person that eats food, and after eating food, he makes shukr to Allah Ta'ala. You eating the best of food, the best biryani you got before you, the best of salad you got before you. You eat the food, you make shukr to Allah. That is like a person, mislu sa'im sabir. A person that is fasting and is making sabr. Whole day he is not eating and is making sabr. So much of reward for that person. But you ate and you made shukr to Allah Ta'ala, your reward is exactly the same as that person. In the next hadith, an Abi Musa radiallahu ta'ala anhu an Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam qal. Hazrat Abu Musa radiallahu ta'ala narrates from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that he said, ala kulli muslimin sadaqatun. That it is obligatory upon every Muslim to give sadaqah. قال أرأيت إن لم يجد. Nabi al-Islam was asked the question that tell us, if a person doesn't have the wealth to give sadaqah, not everybody has the ability, has the wealth to give sadaqah. So what if a person doesn't have the wealth to give sadaqah, what must that person do? So قال يعمل بيديه فينفع نفسه ويتصدق. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned he must work with his hands. That go and earn your living, فَيَنْفَعُ نَفْسَهُ, and benefit, and he should benefit himself. When he benefits himself, then he must give sadaqah. Meaning, go and earn your livelihood. When you earn your wealth, now give sadaqah. From here we learn that Islam does not promote that a person sits at home and he depends on the charity of other people. Allah has given you the ability, whatever is within your ability. You go out, you earn your risk, you earn your sustenance, and bring benefit to yourself, spend in the path of Allah. قال أرأيت إن لم يستطع. Nabi al-Islam was asked the question that tell us, if a person can't even do this, he can't go out and earn and give sadaqah, what should such a person do? قال يعين ذا الحاجة الملهوف. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned you must help that person that is in need, a person that is in distress. You're traveling on the road, perhaps you see somebody that is stranded, and in today's time you have to be careful also because you don't know who's genuine and who's a fake also. but you know that there's somebody that's genuine. Perhaps you know the person also. He is stranded, he's in distress. Help that person. Yu'inu dhal hajati wal malhoof. A man that is in need. Somebody that is in a wheelchair. And he is now pushing himself and he wants to perhaps go into the masjid or wherever he wants to do his shopping. You see that Allah gives you the opportunity. You push that person until you finish your shopping, do everything and go and leave him at his car. And then you go and do your shopping. So that person that is in need, he is distressed, you go and help that person. Then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was asked, قال أرأيت إن لم يستطع, that tell us, if a person is unable to do this also, he can't help another person that is in difficulty. قال يأمر بالمعروف أو الخير, that command good or goodness, command people to do good, then at least try and do this. قال أرأيت إن لم يفعل, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was further asked, that tell us, if a person can't do this also, that means he can't even command somebody to do good. قال يمسك عن الشر فإنها صدقة متفق عليه, that if you refrain from evil, for this is also sadaqah. Don't do wrong and don't promote wrong. Don't cause other people to get involved in wrong. This is the minimum that you can do. But the highest level is every day you take out sadaqah. And if you can't do this, then at least don't get involved in wrong and don't get other people involved in wrong. We'll continue from here, inshallah.